Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your support. This is the Sunday weekly forecast for the Greater Collective, so it's for all signs. It's a collective energy that's out there that kind of gives us an indication of sort of like, what the, forecast may be for this week as to what we might need to know about what is sort of the underpinning energy underneath the daily forecast that we'll be looking at as we move forward. It's originally created for May 23rd through the 29th, but if you're watching it on a date that is not that date, or doesn't fall within those dates, that's okay. It might be the time that you're supposed to be seeing it. So for my regular viewers, it is sort of a kind of a continuation of the story that we tune into every day. But for those of you that might be new to me or just randomly seeing a video, this may still have a message for you. So you don't have to shut it off if you're watching it like in October or something. Now, I do speak in broad terms because it is a collective message. Therefore, you have to figure out where it best fits in your life or what I'm speaking about, how that best fits. If things don't feel like they fit or it doesn't resonate, that's okay. It doesn't mean anything's wrong or broken. You just might be working on something different than the majority of the viewers of this video. Beyond that, please check out the drop-down menu in the video description. In there is different ways that you can support the channel and also some things that I want you to think about as you watch my videos and when you utilize them, how to best make decisions in your life after having watched any of my videos. Things I want you to keep in mind. So please check that out. If you have any questions or comments, leave them with the video. I do read them on YouTube. So usually I will at least acknowledge them with a like. If they require an answer, I will certainly answer them. And if you're interested in a private reading, you can certainly message me at my Facebook business page to find out any information in regards to that. So check that out. And let's get into these cards and see what's going on. Each card is going to represent for like maybe a day or two, possibly 3 during the week. Some of you may experience all of these cards. Some of you might experience only one of these cards. Some of you might experience all 3 of these cards and then some. So be aware. We're all on different trajectories at different paces with different, focuses. So be flexible. Take what you need and kind of leave the rest. All right, so let's see what's going on here. What do we need to know? Sorry, I'm having a bit of an allergy attack this morning. So my nose is like, I was just sneezing before I went on camera. All right, so at the beginning of the week, we have the Queen of Swords. So Miss Honesty is here. Truth, honesty, open communication, I would say. Being direct, we might find ourselves being direct. I don't know why, but the minute I see her, I feel like maybe some of us might be having to approach the conversation that we've maybe been trying to avoid, maybe trying to clear out some, old ideas, old thoughts, old patterns, interactions with others that are no longer maybe working for us. The Queen always indicates this sort of she's analytical, right? And she's about honesty and truth, but she's also sort of a little bit emotional because she's the Queen. But she's not letting her, emotional nature underneath it override what she knows is her truth. And so as we look to our truth or we touch base with whatever our truth may be, I feel like we might find ourselves having to draw boundaries, have conversations, make efforts towards pursuing that truth or the reality of it, maintaining it, nurturing it, cutting away any sort of stuff that doesn't belong there, right? And that stuff can be other people's stuff or that stuff can be our own, right? Our own behaviors, our own thoughts, patterns, things that aren't serving us. The Queen of Swords would indicate getting honest with ourselves about that, taking some responsibility wherever that may lie, if it's within ourselves or with other people within relationships. Are they serving us? Are they working in our best sort of benefit? Are they working, are they based in truth and honesty, right? For some of you, swords can also indicate like written word, contract, things like that. There could be new contracts on board this early part of this week or entering into new contracts. But I think that through smart analytical thinking and a little bit of emotional intuition, we'll be able to sort of navigate them or begin to navigate them and draw parameters around them. Right? So I also feel like she brings with her a bit of clarity. When we see those clouds in the background with her kind of clearing out, that's the truth of her sword, right? She sort of clears away the riffraff and maintains the clear skies that you see up above her, right? So if there's been situations that have been confusing to us, we're not quite getting what we want, we're not quite being treated the way we feel as though we deserve, whatever that may be, instead of getting caught up in the emotion of that and the upset and the blame and all that messiness, the Queen of Swords is just like, nope, I'm not going to do it today. Right? She's like, and this is the reason why, and I'll tell you why, and I have a good, real, clear, honest reason for that, right? So, looking to the beginning of this week, being, not totally out of touch with our emotions, but more practical than emotional, more honest and certainly capable, being in a position of authority and compassion, but that compassion might be for us first and foremost, and then for others secondarily, right? Hold on, this dog. Do you need to be banging the door and everything while I'm doing this? Okay, thank you. So, prepare to have some, there could be even a truth revealed, something that we didn't otherwise know. That could be the clouds clearing too. I'm sort of, picking up on that image there. But I don't think that the truth is a bad truth, right? It's something that gives us an opportunity to see things more honestly, clearly, and allows us to sort of make decisions. These decisions could very much affect our future, and I think that that's a good, in a positive and good way. That's why we don't want to be rash, overly emotional, or too caught up in our feels that we do anything like impulsively. Or hold on one second. Oh my God, good. He's running out of the room. He's like nuts in the morning. He gets out of his kennel and he just freaks. He just goes nuts. Sorry, guys. All right. Here he comes again. Can we not do this so early? Can we just be chill? Is that a possibility? I mean, it is only 6 a.m. It's not even the sun's not even up yet. All right, so for the midweek, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so with this, it appears as though whatever we might be working towards looking at analytically, decisions we might be making, truths we might be weighing in the beginning of the week, we may actually by the midweek begin to start to put in work towards making those things come to fruition. I do feel like there's this focus with her as far as being seated and with her hand out to the future, right? That whatever we're doing, we're looking at things analytically in the bigger picture, right? Finding that clarity in the beginning of the week and making those decisions from an honest place. The Seven of Pentacles indicates then taking the time, the attention, grounding in that truth or that honesty, that clarity that the Queen should bring to us, sticking to it and grounding to it, committing to it in a way. To me, Pentacles would definitely be probably the more committed of the suits, right? It's earthbound, taking actionable steps towards making or creating whatever it is that we want. Now, is it the easiest of energy? It's not necessarily a bad energy, but it takes time, dedication, patience, all of that. That would be an indication of the Seven of Pentacles. We have a man tending to his garden. Yes, he can see the fruits of his labors, but it's not time to quite yet harvest. So midweek is going to be a point where we need to sort of steady the course, stay in whatever we're working towards, whatever, we're focused on, whether it's from the early part of the week with that Queen of Swords and her sort of pinpoint accuracy or clarity as to where she wants to be. The work begins in the midweek to start to cultivate the path, the steps, the actions that we need to take, and we need to take them one by one. Don't bite off too much more than we can chew. Try not to see too far ahead. That Queen may want to look at the bigger picture, and then we might say, oh, this isn't working the way I had it planned out in my head, and we may want to give up. Sometimes that's sort of the I don't want to say frustration of the Seven of Pentacles, but there can be a little bit of impatience or, he wants to harvest now, but now may not be the perfect time. So again, going back to the intelligence and the truth that Queen has, the analytical nature, versus getting, caught up in our emotions around a situation of what we want and allowing that to be our driver, we are more practical, we're more grounded, we're more centered, we're more present, right? With the Seven of Pentacles. I think that the seven is also a conscious choice, right? So we have to choose these things in the midweek. We have to choose to keep things sort of moderately easy, or to focus on the work in front of us instead of trying to put ourselves too far ahead or beyond whatever it is we're looking for. Does that make sense? And everything that we're doing ultimately during this time, even if it doesn't feel like it's all that important, will be producing results for us in the long term, right? And we need to think about that, because this is like a harvest card. So the work that we do now, whatever we're working on, whether it be, a job, a relationship, whatever the goal is for you, as long as you're attentive, present, grounded, centered, all of those good things that kind of come with the Seven of Pentacles, you will find that your time will come. The results will hopefully come to pass, right? But don't let yourself be taken off course if they don't necessarily play out with the same sort of visionary outcome that the Queen may have at the beginning of the week. So let's look at the end of the week card. All right, the end of the week card is the King of Cups. So I'm not mad at this whatsoever. Here's where we get to feel emotional well-being, is my feeling, right? I feel like our emotions in the Queen are curbed a little bit. We still have access to them, but we're not necessarily acting from them in the beginning of the week, nor in the midweek. In the midweek, we're being more practical about sort of the work that we need to do at hand with whatever the goal is. The King of Cups is, by the end of the week, we are feeling satisfied. Emotionally, we're feeling connected to the desire of whatever the outcome is that we want. And for each one of you, this outcome is going to be something different around something different. But the honesty of that Queen and then the hard work of that seven bring about sort of the emotional maturity, happiness, connectedness, and love that comes with the King of Cups. We should finish out the week feeling not only connected to, those around us and what it is that we're doing, but we should feel an overwhelming sense of even joy, peace, serenity. We're ending out the week in a rather content would be a good word, content position, where all feels right in the world, right? We've done what we've needed to do. We've done the right things for the right reasons. If that Queen of Swords at the beginning is that hard conversation that you need to have, or that truth that needs to be told, that, may require you to draw those boundaries that I was talking about, by week's end, you understand why you've done what you've done. For what reasons, and you understand the benefits of those reasons through this King of Cups, right? You can draw boundaries or make changes, produce results out of a state of love and benefit to ourselves first and foremost. That's also the sort of the King of Cups energy. So expect the end of the week to sort of feel, all's right in the world. Everything's A-okay. It may not be perfect. We see those waves around his feet, but he's certainly centered in those waves. He is calm amidst sort of the storm. Opportunities are coming in via that red ship that's behind him. So there's things on the horizon that we need to sort of stay focused on and stay positively emotionally connected to, and allow them to come in. We don't want to lose the plot as, things, the seas may be rocky around us. Keep and maintain our lane. That's sort of the theme of all of these cards, certainly this week. And, maintaining our focus first, mentally, or through our mind, then through our actions, and then at the end of the week through our heart and our emotions and how we feel about it. I feel like this is a sort of very much empowered week, as far as we've got two court cards like royalty sitting there. So there is an authority, there is a responsibility, there is an adulting that could be going on, where we're doing the right thing for the right reasons. And that Seven of Pentacles says that we're hopefully taking actionable steps. that will pay off, like, you know, down the line. And we see that with the vision of the queen and also with the king. You know, the emotional feelings that he has are usually positive, beneficial, and, you know, we feel good about what we've done and how we've gone about doing it by the end of the week. So for the Botanical Oracle, we have, look at what I've been saying. This is trout lily. Don't know much about the flower, but the word is patience. Lilies to me are beautiful. I love lilies. I love stargazers. They're one of my favorites. I've said that before. Lilies to me are always these sort of delicate, beautiful flowers. And so this to me looks like it might be a water-bound kind of flower or need a lot of water. When I see the water of the King of Cups there, I don't know why this lily looks like it would be growing either very close to a river or near a river to me. I'm not sure if that's the case, but that's the feeling that I'm getting. I feel like through that patience, we get that water by the time we arrive at the end of the week. We have the King of Cups, where we understand that we are, what we're doing, how we're emotionally connected to it, how we feel about our actions. We've done the right things this week for the right reasons. We've shown that patience. We've shown that dedication. We've shown that sort of fortitude and attention to the things that we know to be true and real and right for us. And we understand how they feel. By week's end with that King of Cups, he's ready to water this lily and really allow it to bloom through our own patience and our work and our focus. So I hope that makes sense. Let's go to the grounding stone and see what the grounding stone is for the week. Okay. And the grounding stone is on carnelian, which is associated with the first chakra. And the word is knowledge. So I feel like this knowledge is that truth that we see in the Queen of Swords, the dedication that we see in the Seven of Pentacles, and the emotional truth that comes with the King of Cups. Right? That becomes our awareness, our knowledge, our truth. And through this patience this week, and being patient not only with those around us in situations that we're involved in, but also with ourselves in our own sort of trajectory and path. If we find ourselves kind of like, you know, ridiculing ourselves or going, oh, I wish things were different. Why couldn't I do it right? Or why can't I be this way? Or why can't things be right? Or, oh, I mishandled that. Don't do that to yourself. Be patient with yourself. Understand that you're doing, you know, what you can in the best way that you know how, and start to give yourself that credit. Treat yourself like the Queen of Swords or the King of Cups. Be kind to yourself. Do what's right in front of you. Be patient with yourself and with the, you know, the work that is ahead. It will all pay off. And the knowledge that you're gaining during this period, the awareness or the shift and change in your perception of yourself and how you move about things could be priceless. So ground in that learning that's taking place, in that shift of focus, attention, and knowledge, and allow it to sort of cultivate this authority or responsibility that I feel comes with these two court cards. I hope that makes sense, you guys. That is your forecast. Please hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. All right, take care. Bye-bye.